A capital performance by Delhi and the sun setting for the Sunrisers. That's what's happened down in Hyderabad, and Delhi has picked up another win. They've gone, what, number 2 in the table, I think now. We are here on MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. I've got Simon Doull and Michael Vaughan here with me. Boy, they went quick, didn't they? Like 9 pins.
Yeah. They're good at collapses.
Yeah.
Magnificent. Mumbai Indians are now against the Delhi Capital, who I thought were tremendous in the field. They just got it right in terms of the tactics, bowled a lot of the seams into the wicket, got some steep bounce, nice change-ups from Kemar Paul. And you have to say the Sunrisers, from the start that they got, there's something not quite right in the old, I call it the penthouse. The penthouse is not,
right,
it needs a good clean out because it's not working properly, because they were playing some horrendous shots, panicking. You know, we talk about the CSK team who just kind of know and understand the way you've got to play in all the different situations. Well, the Sunrisers to me just look like they can only play one way.
Yeah.
And that's just swing.
That's the second game in a row now. I mean, after the Mumbai game and, and this one tonight, they've just been awful. There were some really poor cricket shots. I credit to Delhi. I thought they bowled smartly, for the most part, taking pace off the ball. They caught well, did a great job on that front. But I also think that there were some really poor options from the Sunrisers batsmen, as there were against Alzari Joseph and Mumbai. And to me, that's just not the Sunrisers team I've seen of old, who were quite clinical going about it. David Warner struggled all innings. Johnny Bairstow, the only one that really looked like he had anything to offer tonight.
Yeah, and look at, when we're talking about the collapse and why the words are so harsh, is because the reality is even harsher. As you see, there were 72 for no loss. That's when they lost their first wicket. And then boom, 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 all out for 116. As a team, you look at that. As a captain, as a coach, you look at that and you're going, what happened, guys? Was the last bus home leaving? Like, what was going on?
The 44 all out in 9 overs.
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly 72 for naught in the 9.4th over, and then you bowled out for 116 in 18.5. You've been bowled out for 44 in 9 overs. Yeah. I mean, I think Tom Moody, he's a calm guy, but there's now and again when it happens twice on the trot that you've got to point a few fingers and say, I'm sorry, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
You know, the standards of what you set yourself, never mind what I set you as a coach or as a management, that's not acceptable. I mean, what are you doing in the dugouts watching? You know, are you seeing that there's plenty of slow balls? It's just stopping in the surface. You know, playing the crossbar shot when you first go in there, it's going to be such a hard option.
Yeah.
You know, just knocking it around, just giving yourself half a chance, and they just weren't willing to do that tonight.
Because the asking rate at the halfway mark was a walk in the park. It was 8.4 with 9 wickets in hand.
You would take that any time as a chasing team. It seemed like it was cruising along quite nicely. I know we mentioned it in the combox that David Warner looked like he was just struggling a little bit. Didn't have his fluency and his timing about him. But it was just a monumental collapse from that time on. Yeah. And Delhi have been so good away from home.
Yeah.
They get away from that
Dust Bowl
pit that is the Firozshah and they grow another leg.
Yeah,
you know, their seamers come into their own. It's just I'm enjoying. This is a good Delhi side. We said that at the start of the tournament. I think before the tournament started, and we talked about the teams in here. Delhi have a good side. They're full of young, talented Indian batsmen. They added Shikhar Dhawan to give them some experience and quality international bowlers. And you throw in a good local spinner. And you're away laughing, and they're starting to show that they've got a little bit about them this year.
Yeah, I just wish that the people at the Firozshah Kotla are looking at that and going, let's just give them a pitch that plays to their strength, and not that piece of rubbish. That's not my words. Trust me. I am sure that they're getting an earful from Saurav Ganguly, because he is not one to mince his words, is he?
No, he'll be giving them plenty, but also they'll be delighted.
Yeah.
You know, from where, a few games ago when they lost that chase against Kings, because they're quite a young side, I worried for them that it would affect them going forward for a few games. Well, they bounced back, and they've just got that winning habit, and you can just see it's looking like a well-oiled unit. They've got areas that they can work on, particularly with the bat. I thought they could have batted a little bit better, could have got more, but with the ball in hand, I thought Sharisat Iyer, the skipper, was magnificent. He just got his combination spot, and he looked to me like he's thrown the ball to the seam and said, just be aggressive. There's a bit of bounce there. Change up, yeah, but just whack the pitch as hard as you can. There's a bit of steep bounce, and that was the downfall for a few of the Sunrisers batsmen.
Yeah, because you had to take wickets. The total was low. The batsmen, well, they hadn't done well in the last 3 or 4 overs, and therefore the bowlers didn't have much to work with. They didn't need it eventually because they kept attacking. Rabada there with 4 wickets. Another good day for him. Morris with 3. Keemo Paul with 3. That's it. All the international players have just done their job. But Dooley, one thing which we don't see there, Ishant Sharma, right in the beginning, I think he set the tone with the first over, didn't he?
He was unlucky tonight. I thought Ishant bowled really tidily. I mean, it's another stab for me. I had Keemo Paul. He was gone tonight. And, he comes back with 3 for 17. I like that. I like jabbing the players and then having them perform.
Yeah.
So that was nice. I'd had him out of the team tonight. He was gone.
Yeah.
3 for 17. Might play the next one now if you like.
Did we reverse jinx anybody else? We've done it a few times, haven't we?
Yeah, we had some good
this guy.
jinxes, actually.
They were clever though tonight, because particularly the way they bowled at Warner.
Yeah.
Because I can see it, and I'm sure the Capitals could see it. You just shut him off. He's just getting locked off in that front side, trying to just play everything through the offside. And if you see that as a team, he just goes straight into the hip. And he really is struggling with his bat swing. And also when he's playing on the front foot, you'll see a lot of his shots are on the move. So he's not getting a great base. And when he's trying to strike, whether it's that elbow, he's had a dodgy elbow, only he can answer that, or whether he's not getting a good enough base to be able to strike the ball, again, only he can answer that. But for me, it looks like he's playing on the move, and I reckon the elbow's playing up just a little bit.
And this is another time that's happened with Warner, where he's got the deliveries in, but hasn't got the runs to show for it.
Yeah, and Michael's totally right with that closed off. And so what that means is when you watch David Warner when he gets in trouble, he used to actually pull the ball really well and hook the ball really well when he was sort of nice and open. But now he shovels it. And everything he's shoveling is not going to the boundary, it's going in the air. He's offering up opportunities now and then towards that mid-wicket, square leg region. So teams put a little bit of pace on it and just get it into that hip. He shovels it in the air. And I think that's where they're aiming now. They're targeting him in those sorts of areas. So
ball dead straight.
Yeah, it's smart. I mean, it's smart scouting from a Delhi point of view, and other teams I'm sure are looking at it.
Well, so what has happened to Delhi Capitals now? Take a look at the points table. It's looking pretty good for them there. They're number 2 position, 5 and 3 now. And they're looking at that and going, gosh, if we hadn't done what we did against Punjab, which was just inexplicable, they could have had 5 out of 5 away and 6 wins right now. But hey, they won't mind right now because they're sitting really pretty. And, they're a little beyond the halfway stage, but they'll take this, Michael. They'll take it with both hands.
The change of name has worked.
Yeah.
It has.
They're not used. They've got a nosebleed, haven't they? They're not used to being near the top of the table at this stage. But full credit to them. They've got a youngish set of players. They've got some good experience. The overseas players are stepping up, particularly in the bowling department. With Ricky Ponting and Saraf Ganguly, we've got great mentors to be able to talk.
They've got old war horses, Amit Mishra.
Yeah.
I mean, Amit Mishra and Prithvi Shaw, when they were walking together, it was like uncle and nephew are coming out to play. So short of them together.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and they could be.
Shikha, Amit Mishra, Ishant Sharma. You got 3 guys who have played a lot of international cricket.
And Delhi boys.
Delhi boys, and a lot of domestic cricket in Amit Mishra's case as well. So you got those, you couple them with world class. And I think outside of Jasprit Bumrah, I think Hakiso Rabada for me is probably the next best white ball quick in the world. He's proving really, really good value for them. They're toying with the Collins, aren't they?
Yeah.
One's gone, another one came in tonight, did a half a job, I think, as far as Colin Munro is concerned. They've got some nice options.
They dropped a call-in and they had to call in another call-in, but I don't know which of the Collins will play next time. I guess whoever gets a chance. But let's talk about Keemo Paul. Now, the thing is, we got to admit, where we're wrong.
Yeah.
Right? We were totally wrong. We said, why Keemo Paul? Why not Trent Boult? But the way the pitch played, I guess it just played to Keemo Paul's strength, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And I just wonder, having seen the pitch now, and in hindsight, it's wonderful. I just wonder if the Sunrisers would have changed the decision at the toss, because it certainly
deteriorated in the second half.
Slower, and the slow balls were certainly gripping and just bouncing. That ball to David Warner, where it was off a length and it kind of steeply bounced on him, you just feel that probably, again, hindsight, it was probably the right thing to bat first tonight rather than stick the opposition in. But that's been the trend over the last 15 games, that chasing's been the way to go. And I think teams now at this stage of the tournament will have to be clever. It's not just a case of winning the toss, right? We'll bowl and we'll chase later, because you will get on some pitches that have been used.
In a couple of places where the dew may not be as big a problem late in the piece. I mean, Chennai, we've seen it just absolutely saturated. Mumbai, we've seen it at times when it's been really wet. Obviously, it wasn't there tonight. It wasn't a factor tonight. So you just got to pick and choose those grounds and make sure that there's someone down at the ground the night before scouting, doing some work.
Or just sleeping on the ground.
Yeah. Just send
your sleeping bags.
Yeah. Just send someone down there the night before. Make sure that even if you're not training, someone's got to go to that ground to see at about 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock what it's like, how wet it is. Have a look at the temperatures, see whether they're changing. I mean, that's how close this competition can be. It can be won or lost by these little things that teams do, and that's might sound silly for you sitting at home, but if they send someone down, if they haven't been down to the ground the night before, they don't know whether it's dewy or not at that time of night, or what time of night the dew starts to form, or even if it does. So
and we've seen it. We've seen it enough. Being around here for over a decade, you see that teams usually on the evening before practice from 7 to 9, but the game is happening from 8 to 12. So there's a long part of play from about 10:30, 11, where you're right.
You need a new member to the backroom team.
Yeah, because they're not enough. They don't have enough.
You need to appoint at least one more, and it's got to your job is just due.
That's it.
That's all your job is, to just look for the due. You've got to be out there at the unearthly hours.
Will he get paid on the due date?
Yeah, nice. Well done.
Due man.
Well done.
Due date or not, I don't know.
Settle my dues. First you settle our dues. Okay, well, there's who's our hero of the match, our MPL hero of the match? It's Chemo Paul. That's how much we're accepting, right? And we're happy that Chemo Paul, 4 overs, 10 dot balls, 17 runs, 3 wickets. My goodness. When you're defending 150, my God, that is just gold.
Yeah, and he got the key wicket at Bairstow
in
that night, in the 10th over, where you just felt that partnership was just starting to unleash and controlling the game. And if they'd have batted together 3 or 4 more overs, you would say that the game was done and dusted. So he got the key wicket at Bairstow, nice little wide, slower cutter. Johnny just going for the big shots as he does. That's his game. But even Johnny Bairstow, I wonder if he'll be in that dressing room thinking, did I need to take that on? Did I really need to take that on? And in a team that's not been winning, when you're out there performing and you're doing okay as he was, you've got to take it on yourself to take the game deep. And he offered quite a soft dismissal at the time of the that 10th over, which was such a crucial kind of period. And Chemo Paul, you wouldn't have him, but he's produced some magic.
Oh, he's in my team for the next game.
He is.
I'll have him back for the next one. But I mean, different types of slower balls. We've talked about this. People have introduced the knuckle ball. He's got the little cutter and the one out of the back of the hand. I thought was a beauty as well. So he's got those options, and I thought he was good tonight. After I give him a little rack up, and anybody else that needs a rack up, you want your team member to play well, just come and see me.
You need some motivation for Monday morning? Yeah. Just call Dooley. Fix it for you. Just make sure you pay him on the due date. But the next one, if they're playing it at home, Chemo Paul might not play because they might get Sandeep Lamichhane in his place, right? If they're playing it at the Kotla.
True.
So, that's how this tournament is. All right, somebody did very well on MPL Super Team. Who's up on our leaderboard? Who is it? Our Super Team hero, Mohammad Ahmed. Oh, you boys will like this. 381.
Good.
Yeah, that's
close
good.
to 400.
Yeah, well played. Good effort. Anything in the 350 to 400 range, you're all over it. You're doing well.
Yeah, you're good. All right. So, in case you're not getting lucky on Super Team, not skilled enough to win on that, don't worry. You'll win another day. But in the meanwhile, on MPL, you can also play pro cricket and you can play run out. So, try a hand on that. All right. That wraps up that game. Let's talk about tomorrow's, because there's a game. Yeah, tomorrow. There's a game Monday evening. Beat the Monday Blues with 2 really big teams playing each other. It's the Mumbai Indians playing RCB. Today, by the way, this game that we just played, well, we didn't play it, we watched it. But this game that just finished was the exact halfway point of the league phase. That was
27?
Game. Yeah. Of the tournament, sorry, of the entire tournurnament. It's halfway of the entire tournament. Yeah. Out of 60, so it was game 30.
Oh, 30 today.
I'm counting the playoffs as well.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not much of a fact, actually, is it? Yeah. It's not much of a fact.
It's not when I ruin it for you.
Force that in. Anyway. It's really not much of a stat. But tomorrow is 2 big games, and these are 2 big names captaining 2 big teams. They're going to be, there's contests inside contests, isn't it, in that game?
Yeah, absolutely. And Rohit Sharma, he'll want to bounce back from the disappointment of the performance against Rajasthan. And the RCB, they're on a roll. They're on a roll. They've won a game.
Bit of a roll.
They've left their bit.
I'd go with galvanized after a win finally.
Since when does one game become a roll?
Well, when you've lost 6, it's a roll.
All right.
It's a streak. It's a hot streak.
They're in fine form.
All right.
In fine form.
They're in fine form. It's going to be a belter tomorrow night. Plenty of runs. You think?
Of course,
look, I do.
One sec, but before they can even start the game, Lasith Malinga has to bowl a ball to finish the previous game, right? That they played in Bangalore. It's that no ball.
Stop it. He can't even get in the team. He's got to be back tomorrow night.
He's going to be back because Alzari Joseph is out.
Alzari Joseph's out, so he's back. I mean, the fairy tale for Alzari Joseph is over.
Well, I mean, that fairy tale got over last weekend in Hyderabad. After that, it's just been a nightmare for him. But he goes, and I guess Lasith Malinga then gets a look in.
Yeah.
Are you liking the rest of the team?
I don't think there's much change needed. Quinton de Kock was good the other night. Rohit, I just prefer to see him being aggressive at the top, which he was the other night. They're just not quite getting the runs out of that middle order. I mean, Pollard had a beautiful game two ago and then failed the other night, but I don't see that changing at all. Apart from the one change, Alzari Joseph out and Lasith Malinga in.
Yeah, you fancy it is a night for chasing.
Yeah.
You do feel, tomorrow night is a night with a little bit of dew that's on show at the Wankhede. You fancy both teams will want to win that toss and chase down. Yeah,
so RCB, of course, coming off a victory, and Mumbai coming off that disappointing loss against the Rajasthan Royals. But let's have a look at the RCB side now. You're thinking, I mean, they've been struggling for balance. They've been struggling to get the combination right. They win a game. You saw what it meant to them the other day. Would they then tamper with this?
I wouldn't have thought so. When you've won a game, unless there's an injury or a niggle or some kind of illness, I can't imagine that they'll change much from the previous performance. It was strong. He used spin better. He used 4 overs of Moeen Ali, which was the difference for me in the game, because Moeen bowled 4 overs, 1 for 19 at a period where Kings had only lost 1 wicket, so they patted him back where they should have attacked him. I think they'd go with the same 11.
Remember, they can get a foreigner in.
Yeah, unless Steyn is available, but I heard that he was not available for these 2 games. So if he's not available, I'd say stay with a winning side. I mean, just put some pressure on those overseas players and say, we're only going to play 3 because we don't think the rest of you are quite where we want you to be at the moment. Yeah. And we'll stick with it. Stick with the winning combo.
I think probably Saudi in for Siraj, perhaps.
Yeah. Siraj didn't have the best.
Yeah, I mean, he went for a half century.
Yeah, Chris Gale took to him, didn't he? So that was, but it was a winning cause. It's never easy to change in a winning cause. But like Tim Southey's record, he played for Mumbai as well.
Southey did, yes, he did.
3 years, I think, ago.
He was there
around about then.
Yeah.
I know he's had some time at Mumbai. So if it's that nice sort of surface that kisses through a little bit. Swings around maybe, so it might be an option up front with Quinton de Kock and Rohit Sharma to maybe just try and swing one back to the lefty or take it away from Rohit Sharma.
Yeah, well, and if they go with 3 foreigners, that'd be very interesting in Mumbai. Maybe Mumbai will say, hey, if you guys are just playing 3, can we play 5? Like, can we have your 1 card? Because they're the only team to have played 5 foreigners. If you remember, I think in the CLT20, they did that in the Champions League. In 2011, 2020, they just didn't have enough fit and unsick Indian players. So they got special permission to play 5.
Wow.
It was back like 8 years ago. Yeah, so they take that card. Give us 1 card. You have 1 more invite for the party. Thank you. But if there's anything else that the 2 of you want to say about this game tomorrow, say it now, because I'm guessing that tomorrow, 7:30 to 8, we'll pretty much be discussing the India squad and the Australia squad for the World Cup. So is there anything else? Do you want to round up the business?
I'll be at the game.
There'll be 100.
And I'm doing the toss. So if you've got any questions for the skippers, just send them in to me. Hashtag Cricbuzz Live, and you can use my Twitter handle if you like, at
Sdool.
At Sdool. I've got to ask Rohit and Virat some questions tomorrow. So
we've asked. There'll be 100 tomorrow. Someone will score.
No, I thought you wanted him to ask Rohit and Virat that will you get 100 tomorrow.
One of them will. One of those 2 will.
One of them will get 100
That's my prediction tomorrow. Yeah.
You are taking the couch home.
Yeah, one of those 2. They're just starting to find.
Where is my couch, by the way? Too. I picked Delhi.
But it was not part of the game.
What do you
No,
mean?
it's correct.
You can't just.
I told him that, and he didn't really believe me.
You guys both went for the Sunrise. You were both crying orange.
It's easy
No,
to
no,
say
I
win or
said-
lose,
I didn't even guess,
I
actually.
said I'm back in Delhi. I'm back in Delhi to do this.
but you've got to say by how many and what over. I mean, it's easy just to say. Oh,
Okay, hang on. Ajit, just put the couch on the back of the cycle and drop Simon back to the hotel.
Absolutely.
Do that. Sit on it. You're right.
Not happy.
All right, the joy factor question today. We'll put the question up. I'm not going to be reading it because it's really long and I do need to get home. So we'll just put the question out. We're looking for a list where the second place cricketer's birthday is today, and that is.
Whose birthday
Who was that?
today?
Whose birthday was it yesterday?
Today,
Oh,
All right, let's just show the answer.
okay. Come on.
Let's just show the answer. It was Narendra Hirvani. We were talking about best bowling and test debut.
Okay.
16 for 136. Bob Massey also with 16 wickets, but for more runs. And then Shami and Ashwin also on that list at number 16 and 17.
Okay.
very good.
So there you go. Good question. Let's see who got it right.
Headband. Bowled in a headband.
He bowled in a headband.
Narendra Hirwani.
Yeah.
Leg
glasses
tweaker.
as well.
Was
Yep.
that against New Zealand?
Probably.
No.
No.
West
Against the
Indies.
West Indies. Against the West Indies.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was in Chennai.
Chennai.
Yeah. It was
Chennai.
just come like that. Interesting bowling action. All right, we have a winner. Of course, we have a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Siddhartha SV, congratulations. Well done, buddy. That really was. I don't know, once you figured out the question, it was perhaps easy, but it took a while to figure out the question. So well done on figuring out the question. I don't think the answer was tough. I think the question was tough, in as much as the question was a really tough one. All right, so Joy, of course, was in the Hindi show. So if you want to have a word with him about the question, you can tag him on Twitter as well. Just keep me out of it. I don't want to be part of that conversation. I'll probably just mute that thread, so don't do it, all right? That's all we have time for right now. Is there anything else left to talk about? The Masters, perhaps? Who's winning?
Oh, Tiger.
Tiger's done it.
Tiger Woods is back.
Has Tiger Woods won
Yeah,
the Masters?
yeah.
15th major. He's just
Has
won-
he done it?
He's done
Oh,
it.
come on, that
15th
deserves
major.
applause.
Unbelievable.
That's going to be the greatest comeback in
Yep.
sporting history.
That
He
is
was
amazing.
ranked,
Fantastic.
what is it, 1,199th in the world 16 months ago.
Wow.
And he's just won his 5th Masters and his 15th major. It's just 3 behind the great.
It's only
Jack
9
Nicklaus.
months ago that he did a press conference and said it's just a miracle that he's actually playing again because of the issues he's had with his back, and now he's got another green jacket.
That is absolutely amazing. Tiger
Awesome.
Woods,
Yeah.
GOAT?
The
Oh,
goat.
yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, the
Yeah,
goat.
The GOAT.
No question.
Coming back like that, absolutely, that qualifies him.
Yeah, that just ticks another box, and he's ticked a lot of boxes through his career, and that kind of comeback is insane. By the way, I just want to tell you that the result was decided after we went on air. How do we know?
Someone might have told me in my ear. I don't know. We've got some golf fans in the. Look, tell you what, the back room.
Multitaskers.
The back room of Cricbuzz has some wonderful golf knowledge and golf fans. They were just telling me all.
Been glued to it.
Yeah, they were telling me all
day.
sorts of stuff while they were showing you graphics and talking to you. They were telling me everything that was going on.
In fact, 3 of them are nicknamed Birdie.
Birdie, yeah,
Yeah, they are.
and Eagle.
Eagle, there's no eagle in there.
No, the Eagle landed before.
Oh, the eagle landed before that, told you. There's a couple of bogeys as well, by the way, I'll have you know.
Look, anyway, it's time to bid adieu.
It's time to bid adieu. Look at him, he's on a roll today, isn't he? He's on a roll today. All right, so we're going to see you tomorrow at 7:30. I'm going to leave Simon with those jokes because today he's really been on a roll and he's very happy that Tiger Woods has won. So I'll let you have the last word on that one. Thank you so much, Simon Doull, for
you.
being here. I believe we're not going to be seeing you much now.
I'm on the road now and possibly be back on the 5th
All right, do it.
playoff week.
We want to see it.
what happens.
We want to see it. We want to see it then.
Thank you.
Would you? Would you? Thanks so much, Michael. We're going to see you tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. We're going to see all of you at 7:30 on MPL Presents Cricbuzz Live. Thank you for watching. It was great fun spending Sunday with you. I'm Gaurav Kapur saying good night.